This is sin, but we don't want to deal with that, right? God said, no, we ain't supposed to do that. God said, you're supposed to be with one woman, right? We ain't supposed to be jumping from woman to woman to woman, right? We ain't supposed to be doing that. You in the middle, hey, give me that in Matthew.
What about Abraham and Sarah?
Matthew 5. What about him?
And then Jacob, Leah, and Rachel.
What about him? Tell me about him. What you want to know about him? What you want to know about him? Because you talk about millions of years. You confuse me when you say millions of years because, like you told you earlier, Earth ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? You want to go back into science and all of that. We don't deal with science. We deal with the Bible, right? This is what you deal with science. See, if you deal with science, you don't believe in the Bible. Go ahead.
I got divorced in 84. Right? I got divorced in 84.
So you got a side piece.
She told me we was divorced. I found out. She said that we didn't get a divorce. All this time I thought we had a divorce. We weren't divorced. She lied and said she married somebody else 3 times. Okay, so all of a sudden she said, well, we still married. So what you mean? Well, I'm married to another woman. This makes sense.
Come on.
I'm down.
No, man. Tell me you ain't got no side piece now.
No, not a side piece.
Did you marry the side piece?
No, the reason, yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
So you was in the middle? No, man. Because see, look, that was you talking about some going back some millions of years. That wasn't wrong with us today. You know what I'm saying? We want to be in the midst of adultery. Our people they be in the midst of all type of wickedness and sin, but we don't want to deal with that. Right? God said, no, we ain't supposed to do that. God said, you're supposed to be with one woman, right? We ain't supposed to be jumping from woman to woman to woman. Right? We ain't supposed to be doing that. You in the middle, hey, give me that in Matthew.
What about Abraham and Sarah?
Matthew 5. What about him?
And then Jacob, Leah, and Rachel.
What about him? Tell me about him. What you want to know about him?
I just want to...
What you want to know about him? Because you talk about millions of years. You confuse me when you say millions of years because, like you told you earlier, Earth ain't that old. You know what I'm saying? You want to go back into science and all of that. We don't deal with science. We deal with the Bible, right? This is what you deal with science. See, if you deal with science, you don't believe in the Bible. Then.
Bring it on.
Huh?
I didn't believe with facts.
Give me that in Timothy. We deal with facts. So these are facts. These things happen to a particular group of people, our people. This happened to us, and we can read that in the Bible.
It's still happening.
It's still happening. Like it. Come on.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 20. O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babbling.
We got to avoid those things. We got to avoid that science. It gonna say it. Come on.
In opposition of signs falsely so called.
We got to avoid those things, right? We read many books and things like that, and we think that we're smart because we learn the language of the world, right? God said the language of the world is nothing. Hey, give me that in, what's that, 1 Corinthians 1. 1 Corinthians chapter 1, and verse, I think it's 20, right? Listen to what God said about the knowledge of the world. God said, what we're doing up right here, light work, right? This thing right here was going to confound that science and that world. Read.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 20. Where's the verse 26? For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
So he ain't called those people that we look to today, these politicians or whatever, these so-called religious leaders or whatever the case may be. God said, I ain't called none of them. Come on, read.
But God had chosen the foolish things of the world.
God said, I chose the foolish things of the world to do what?
To confound the wise.
To confound the wise. You looking at men right here that was in the midst of all type of wickedness. In the midst of adultery, they repented from it. Brothers were running in gangs, they repented from it. Right? Brothers were doing all kind of stuff. Right? God said, I'm going to take these same men and I'm going to use them to confound everything, to bring this world to naught. Right? Read.
And God had chosen the weak things of the world.
We the weak things of the world because we ain't got no military might. We ain't got no politicians or nothing like that going to stand behind us. God said, I'm going to choose these ones that you consider as weak, right? The ones that's hidden in these ghettos, the ones that's hidden in them prison houses when they get out. I'm going to use them to come out here and teach my word. Right? Read.
And God hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
To confound those things which are mighty. That science and all of that stuff that our people like to believe in. All right? Or those politicians that our people trust in. All right? Give me Zechariah 8 and 17. Right? All that stuff is false hope. Right? Following after the ways of the world. Right? We don't follow that. Because the ways of the world got us where we at right now. At the bottom of society today. Right? None of our people are doing good. Right? You might got one or two that got something going on. But at the end of the day, the majority of our people, we still at the bottom of society today. I don't care where you go. Right? They're going to still consider you a what? A nigga. 8:17.
The book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 17. And let none of you imagine evil in your hearts against his neighbor, and love no false oath, for all these are things that I hate.
God said all those things are things that he hates, false oath, right? Trusting in that, trusting in oppression, because that's what we trust in today. Our people trusting in oppression. Give me that in Isaiah 30, right? We trust in that stuff. We believe in this. We believe in this system and trust in this society. We celebrate their days. We celebrate. You gonna celebrate 4th of July?
Nope.
Huh? You celebrate Christmas?
Nope.
Thanksgiving?
Easter.
You celebrate Easter?
Nope.
You don't celebrate none of that?
No birthday.
All praise.
No anniversary.
That's good.
That's 2 days.
That's good.
Juneteenth and Memorial Day.
You,
That's our 2 days.
you celebrate Juneteenth. We ain't supposed to celebrate that neither. That ain't for us. God didn't give us that.
What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again. 30.
Right, give me Isaiah 30 and 10. I think it's 10. Is that it? Come on.
The book,
Or is it 12?
yeah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 12. Wherefore thus said the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word.
Our people despise the word of God, believe it or not. Our people don't want to hear that. Our people don't want to hear that they can't buy and sell today. Our people don't want to hear that you got to marry that woman that you laying with. Right? Our people don't want to hear that. Read.
Because ye despise this word and trust in oppression.
People trust in oppression. We trust in this white man system. We trust in these things. We trust in welfare and food stamps and all those things. We trust in that as a people. We think that that's the great white hope. He gonna come and save us and deliver us out of everything. Right? What's your thing?
Abraham was chosen for 5 reasons.
What are those reasons? What are the reasons?
He said, you got my commandments, my precepts, my testimonies.
What are all that? What is that? That's the laws. That's keeping the laws.
Yeah, the laws.
All right?
Yeah.
So what are the laws? What are some of the laws we should be keeping? He went over some. Believe it or not, shaving the head and the beard and all that. And I understand. Keep the Sabbath. How you keep the Sabbath holy?
I start Friday when the sun sets.
How do you keep it holy?
Yeah.
So you've been watching us because you know a little something, because you ain't learned that from no church.
No, and see, in 1965, you guys was in L.A.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. So you learned it from somebody. Give me Acts 8 and 30.
Yeah.
Acts 8 and 30. That's good. I ain't trying to come out here and argue with you, but it's good you know a little something. Right? Read.
The book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 30. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah.
So he was reading the prophet Isaiah, right? But listen to what he gonna say. Come on.
And said, understandest thou what thou readest?
Yeah, you understand what you read? Come on.
And he said, how can I except some man should guide me?
Somebody had to guide you, and then that's why you say you saw it in what, 1965? You seen brothers out there teaching on the street. That's where we learned it from. Because they ain't teaching it in the church. Church ain't gonna teach this. They ain't gonna teach this in the church. They're gonna take the black highlight and put that right there. No. We can't let them do that. Church is in an agreement. Give me Isaiah 28:14. Church is in an agreement with your downfall, believe it or not. Right? They get big money from the government to keep us down at the bottom. Our people don't know that, though. We still feel these churches to this day. Come on.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 14. Wherefore, hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men, they that rule this people, which is in Jerusalem, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
Our pastors made a covenant with them, right? They in agreement with the law state that our people in. right? They push that stuff upon our people. It's okay to be girlfriend and boyfriend. Hey, it's okay, right? When the Bible said, God said, no, marry that woman. Ain't no girlfriend. You can't read nowhere in the Bible where it says somebody was girlfriend and boyfriend. Nowhere in the Bible, right? Anything outside of marriage, God said it is harder, right? Give me Hebrews 13 and 4. This is the things that they ain't gonna read in the church. Why? Because the pastor got about 4 or 5 women in the church too. Right? Come on.
What time is it?
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all.
God said that's what's honorable. Marriage. Right? Marriage. Because a lot of black men, they don't understand that. No, I gotta have me 3, 4. You know, another 3 more on the side. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
And the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge.
Judgment coming for that. God said if you in the midst of adultery, you out here whoremongering, sleeping from woman to woman, a woman sleeping from man to man, God said that there's a judgment coming behind it. Alright? Give me 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. Listen to this good.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ.
Hear what the Bible said? You're going to appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Alright? You're going to appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Read.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done.
Everything you done, right, Reed?
Whether it be good or bad.
Whether it be good or bad. What does it mean to be good according to God? You say do good to others? What'd you say? Say what? Come closer.
Be good in his eyesight.
Be good in this outside right now. Before you get there, give me Deuteronomy 6 and 18. We're going to read it in the Old Testament and we're going to read it in the New, showing that it ain't changed. Alright? This is what it means. This is how we do good. This is what we don't understand. Come on.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 18. And thou shalt do that which is right and is good.
Start at 17.
Verse 17. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord.
Keep saying it. Keep the commandments of the Lord. Read.
Your God, and his testimonies, and his statutes, which he hath commanded thee. And thou shalt do that which is right and good.
What is right and good?
Right and good.
What is right and good? Read 17 again.
Verse 17. Ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Lord.
So what is right and good according to God? Now go to Romans 7. Huh? Keep the commandments of the Lord. That's how we do good as a people. Right? We don't understand how to do good, believe it or not. You know, I know we've been on this earth. A lot of us, like yourself, been on the earth a long time. But a lot of us don't understand how to do good according to God. All right? Give me that. Read that.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
This is what it means when you're doing good. Doing good according to the Bible. Right? A lot of people think I'm doing good because I live in a nice house or a nice neighborhood. Or I'm driving a nice car, whatever the case may be. God said this is what it means to do good. You're going to be judged according to them things. Right? God said that you're going to be judged. Go back to that. Read that again.
The book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 6, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ.
Whether they believe it or not, every living thing that's walking the face of this earth right now, you're going to appear before him that day. Right? Read.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done.
All the things you've done in your life. You understand, when you stand before Christ, you want him to say what? I won't say well done. You want him to commend you on the good that you done, right? Because you don't want to deal with that evil, right? Because what's going to happen? That's why we come here to persuade men to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Because we know what's going to happen in the end.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.